What's up with the what's ups? Welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. I know it. It has been a crazy few months since the last time we saw each other. I'm sure a lot of y'all are wondering what happened to the Evo Softail chopper build. Well, for the most part, here she is. So, transmission is finally back from Dragon Man. I have started paint, and here's the new elephant in the room. So, for those new to the channel, those just barely watching, and those who have been watching and don't know, I am a photographer for Easy Rider Magazine and Cyclosource Magazine. So, originally, the Evo was supposed to be my photography ride to get me to the shows, but because everything's balling up so fast and I'm not going to have time to get it dialed in for these long trips, the Facebook Market Dyna Lowrider is the one who's going to be doing all the heavy lifting. Also, coincidentally, today is my birthday, May 21st. So, for my birthday, I just happened to get this La Paris seat. I just threw on just to see what she looks like, but I'll give you a look at that here in a little bit. And then also right here is the new 4-inch over Springer front end for the Evo Softail chopper build. But enough of that for right now. We'll get to him later, but for now, it's all about the Facebook Dyna. So I got this a couple of days ago, picked it up on Facebook Market, and like all Facebook Market deals, it was not what I expected. But she is a nice running classic bike. It is a 1999, so it is a classic as well. It is available to get vintage tags, which is pretty cool. Vintage plates allows you not to have to mess with tags for 5 years. So, I don't know, I might go do that. I already went and got the title changed. It's insured, tags are done. But the first issues I had with riding it was brakes were out, had to bleed the brakes. The bleeder valve was so tight that it stripped, so I had to buy a new bleeder valve. The grips were trash, and I replaced the grips. The brake switch is out, so there's no brake light. I went and got one of those, so I have to replace that also. But other than that, I think it was a pretty solid deal. I think I paid about $500 too much, but c'est la vie. Anyway, so the first plan with the Market Street Dyna is Party at the Pen with Cyclosource Magazine. Then right after that, it's pretty close to almost one event a month to the end of the year. And the Dyna Lowrider is the one who's going to take me there. So if y'all are wondering what the deal was with this, well, I'm going to try my hand at an image transfer onto a gas tank for the Evo Softail chopper build. So today's plan and agenda is to warm up the Dyna, rip it around for a little bit, change the fluids, replace the brake switch, and just kind of get used to this modern, not modern machine. Then we're going to jump on to the Evo Softail build, and we're going to try our hand at an image transfer to the gas tank. I am waiting for some chrome parts to come in, and then I'm going to try my part to finish up some chemical processing for some chrome on the frame. We'll see how that turns out. Just want you to know, this is not a how-to, this is just how I'm doing it. Well, I'm gonna finish my coffee real quick, speak with Samson, and then we'll see y'all here in a bit. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling these bikes out. Let's do it. Well, it looks like it wants to rain, so I'm gonna have to wait on taking the Dyna out for a little rip to warm her up to change the oil. But here she is out in the daylight. Oh yes, and just a little update on Vengeance. So I was doing the photo shoot for Psychosource magazine of the Southern Throwdown this past couple weeks ago, and go to the website, check out the photos. You can also go to my Instagram at AJ_Bengoa to check out photos and video from there too. But the event's over and I'm getting my bike loaded up. I accidentally left my ignition on all night. Anyway, so got up in the morning, boosted the battery, went to kicking over the bike, and I would say third kick, bike tried to start over, bike tried to turn over, did a little and then went for the fourth kick, and then nothing. So I think the throwout bearing went out again. I just haven't had time to look at that. Alright, so there she is. So plans for this is they do make a king and queen style 2-up seat for these, the Cherokee, oddly enough. So I'm gonna get a Cherokee seat for that, and then I'm getting a tour pack and a FXR fairing, and I'm just gonna let y'all know that combination looks freaking bad to the bone. So that's what I'm doing. If y'all don't like it, y'all can lump it. But anyway, Facebook Dyna. Alright, so plan. So I guess we're just gonna jump right back into messing with the Evo Softail. And that seat looks pretty cool. I actually think this one looks better on Vengeance, but it wouldn't match with the passenger pad. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. What I need to do here is just on these little spots that I grinded out so I could have clean spots to weld this on. I'm gonna have to tape up my flames and then paint up all the metal. Although I could just leave it and let it rust over. So anyway, my paint scheme on here was just to leave the frame old looking with this, you know, the patina it had, and then just add what I wanted was the cracked flames with just certain spots. So that, this, and these are what I'm trying my hand at chroming myself with, just doing the chemicals and because usually you gotta dip them in the different chemicals to do what you gotta do with the electricity, I think. Anyway, I'm kind of doing the same thing, except I'm having to brush on those chemicals because those pieces are already welded on. So I'll show y'all what it looks like in the end. Like I said, it's not a how-to, so. Alright, got the image cut out to kind of the way I want to have it on there. So gas cap is going to be right here, so it's going to snug up on the cap. No, like that. So while I'm waiting for that to cure, I'm going to go ahead and switch out this brake switch. Easy peasy, huh? Let's throw it on. Alright, well that was easy enough. I went ahead and replaced the bulb. It also had the filament out, and swapped on the universal one. Nice freaking start up real nice and easy. That's what I'm gonna like. I know a lot of y'all are like, dude, you got the choppers. Yeah, but when I'm freaking wanting to pull over to take a photo, or take, doing the photos of people, it is a lot, It's fun and everything, but trying to pull over, get the kickstand down, get it into neutral, and then still try to get my shot is a pain. And that was the purpose of this one. This one I was going to build it so that it had front brake and it had the hand clutch. I was going to make it as modern as I could, but then I got the chopper itch, and now it's foot clutch, jockey shift, no front brake, so that part was meaningless. So that's the whole reason I got the Dyna. I'm gonna leave everything as stuck as I can. All I'm adding on is a front fairing, a tour pack, and a seat. Maybe, who knows? But other than right now, for that, that's what it is. Alright, so everything looks good here. The stuff I was told to be worried about didn't happen, so next process on that is a water bath, and then on the insides I'm gonna do the crackle paint, and then that should be it. I'm not gonna do too much other than just that, which is the image, and we'll even see how that works. But alright, let's jump on to the next step. Alright, well, it didn't turn out like I expected. I totally thought all this white was translucent and was going to be clear. Nope. So, plus this was the third time. I had to do it 3 different times because I couldn't get it to peel off of the and get out of the water right. As soon as I pulled it up, it crinkled in my hand. So the way I ended up doing this one was I just left it in the water, let this corner, which I destroyed, kind of just like lift the bottom of the paper out like a decal. When you're going to get it sticky, take a little part off so you can pin it up, and then you pull it back out. That's basically what I did, and it worked, other than that the little corner that I used to try to pull out the backing and stick it on is what I messed up. But other than that, it is on. There's some bubbles in it, and I don't know how to get those out. Just tapping them. But anyway, that is I guess what I was gonna look. I guess from here, once it, I have to get a lot of this water. Oh crap! The water out, so I can do a clear coat to keep it on. But I don't know. I wish I would have known about this, so I could have did it with a black background. Anyway, that's that part. So, That's why I'm not a professional painter. Anyway, and then I guess I'm gonna do the final process on the chroming. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything taped up so I don't get the chemicals onto anything that I've already painted or onto the chrome. Alright, well this turned out better than I expected. And there's Harley Davidson factory chrome, and here's do it in your house chrome. And that's because those are welded on. Factory chrome, righteously blessed choppers, righteously blessed choppers chrome. Ninja. And these are the those go down there. What's up with the what's ups? Dang, Gina. Alright. Well, I guess that's it for this episode of Choppily Mechanics. I need to get this handlebar fixed so I can move it around. I'm going to take some pictures. It's kind of ugly outside. It's already coming down with some rain, but it's alright. Got what I needed done today. I guess we'll see y'all on the flip side. Don't forget to check out the website. And if y'all are going to be at the Party at the Pen or Sturgis, Smokeout Rally, Born Free Texas, I forgot what the other ones I'm covering, but we'll see y'all there if y'all are going. Peace, grease, and oil leaks.